this is what removing 46 years of inflammation and toxins look like.
So I've just found out that I have everything from heavy metals and air pollutants to pesticides and water contaminants. I've just received my laboratory results from the toxin analysis after my 2 sessions of Inuspheresis, specialized filtration therapy designed to remove circulating inflammatory mediators and environmental toxins from the blood. One of the things I was most curious about was the Elevate test, the laboratory analysis of what actually gets captured by the filtration system. The results from both sessions have now come back, and I wanted to share something not only interesting but actually quite shocking. On the screen now you can see the toxin profile from both procedures, showing that compounds are actually removed during each session. Some specific toxins worth highlighting include mercury. The cleared amount dropped by 50%, and for me this exposure must have come from seafood, as I've never had any mercury filling. Then there was benzene, for which the cleared amount dropped by 55%. It's something we're exposed through urban air pollution, petrol fumes, vehicle exhaust and cigarette smoke, and worryingly benzene is actually classified as a known human carcinogen. Another interesting one was a pesticide where the amount cleared dropped by 49%. And finally, TCE, which dropped by a staggering 74%. This is an industrial solvent historically used in manufacturing, and it's one of the most common groundwater contaminants. What surprised me is that despite the lifestyle measures I put in place, like filtered drinking water, air filtration, trying to eat organic wherever possible, and generally being mindful about environmental exposures, a number of environmental toxins still appeared. And this really highlights something important. Even when you're actively trying to reduce exposure, modern environmental toxins are extremely difficult to avoid. The takeaway for me wasn't that these toxins are unavoidable, but rather the environmental exposure today comes from multiple small sources, including food, air pollution, water, agricultural chemicals, and industrial compounds in the wider environment. Something else that's been interesting for me personally is how I've felt since the procedures. Over the past few weeks, I've noticed better quality sleep, even clearer thinking, and also more sustained energy levels during the day. And interestingly, my testosterone levels also increased from the mid-range into the upper 10th percentile, which I wasn't specifically expecting, but may reflect improvements in metabolic or inflammatory balance. So this is exactly why LUA analysis during Inuspheresis is interesting, because it allows us to actually measure what the body's been exposed to rather than just leaving it to speculation.